How's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. So in this video, I'm going to share to you my experience when I went to Corregidor. So first, I bought the tickets near SM Mall of Asia. It cost around 2,000 pesos. So I was just walking around trying to figure out my way. So when I finally get there, I bought the tickets and I went home. So, in going to the Corregidor Island, you have to first go to this terminal, San Cruz Terminal. You have to ride this boat. The trip takes around 2 hours because the island is around 48 kilometers from the mainland. So, once you arrive there, you have to board this bus. It's a open bus. So, when I got there, the island, the weather is gloomy, so it's very nice, not too hot and not too cold. And also, this is their port, the Corregidor port. So, it's really nice and clean. And you're greeted by many artillery pieces and lots of historic buildings. So our first stop was an army barracks. If you're planning to go to Corregidor, prepare for the trip by bringing your own water bottle. Though chips and soda are available throughout the tour, and there are tourist and food shops in the island's tourist spots. It's best to bring your own. Wear light clothes in breathable material and make sure that your shoes are conducive to a long day of walking.
Now on this side here, if you take a look at that area there's a building that's called the Non-Commissioners Clubhouse, and beside that building was the YMCA.
This is the barracks, guys. I think it's for non-commissioned officers. And we stopped by here and took lots of photos, and we're not allowed to go down, but the place is just really beautiful. The building is heavily bombed during World War II, during the retaking of the Americans from the Japanese. So after visiting that barracks, we went to a place called Battery Way. So Battery Way is one of the island's artillery batteries. These guns were operated by several people and can make 360-degree turns and can hit targets in Bataan. Besides Battery Way is its own ammunition magazine, which has walls that are 3 feet thick plus an 8-foot thick solid concrete roof to make sure that an accidental explosion doesn't cause much damage. Battery Way, as well as other artillery batteries in the island, took several years to build, as the concrete needed to cure for several years before guns could be installed. Battery Way, in particular, took about 5 years to build. Mostly, if you're in Corregidor, you're going to be taken to a lot of coastal artillery guns, huge guns, 18 inches and above. So I get to see this nice view of the gun, and then it's overlooking the sea. And by the way, this is the iconic gun or artillery piece where the Japanese soldiers climbed and yelled banzai. So this is like the famous gun in the background where the Japanese finally took over Corregidor. And this tunnel extends like a kilometer inside the ground. So I didn't get to the far end of the tunnel because I was scared and I was alone. So it was really dark, by the way. So I just didn't go. I just turned back and went outside and waited in the bus. During the American colonial period, the island was a military paradise, something that should have been comparable to Subic and Clark during their heyday. It was called Fort Mills by the Americans as a part of the Manila Bay Harbor Defense Fortifications they set up after they acquired the Philippines from the Spaniards. The island had a cinema, a school, and a comfortable barracks for both American and Filipino soldiers residing there. Military personnel would have dance parties as they built more fortifications around the island itself and its neighboring islets as protection for Manila Bay. A walk along the Pacific War Memorial will also show you a dome perfectly positioned to have the sun shine exactly through its oculus every 6th of May at noon, commemorating the fall of Corregidor. Yearly, a ceremony is held at the memorial to honor the fallen soldiers, with veterans, no matter how frail they are by now, still attending. The Corregidor tour is said to be a favorite among foreigners visiting Manila due to the island's fascinating story and its proximity to the capital. You may chance upon American veterans or their children, Europeans interested in the Pacific theater of World War II, and even a handful of Japanese tourists. In a nearby part of the island is Corregidor's Lighthouse. First lit in 1853, it was built to help ships as they entered the mouth of Manila Bay and guided them to the port. The island got its name from the word corregir, which literally means to correct. It was later on made to be the island of where the corregidor or the corrector dwells. A corregidor is the person who acted as the customs inspector during the Spanish period. Boats always had to pass through the Isla del Corregidor, island of the corrector, to have the cargo they were bringing in and out of Manila checked.
Some stores only had a capacity of 50, but during that time, 100 meters Seaside in the island. And there's about 2,000 to 5,000 Filipinos and Americans died in the island. Now, if you think that...
And I was really quite surprised that there are native monkeys on the island. By the way, this is the exact port where General Douglas MacArthur left Corregidor to go to Australia, to escape the Japanese and go to Australia. So it was 12 noon and we went to the hotel to eat some lunch. We were greeted by a buffet, so it was eat all you can, just and they also have iced tea. The iced tea was really delicious, especially during the whole tour when I was really thirsty.
Night is different because you'll be going ghost hunting. Facing the south part of Corregidor.
So when you get to the shrine area, usually they separate the Japanese and the non-Japanese tourists. So behind me is the Japanese tourist, which honors the bravery of the Japanese soldier, and the other one which highlights the atrocities committed by the Japanese soldier. So I heard there was this one case where a Japanese tourist went to the non-Japanese shrine and he saw the atrocities committed by his fellow Japanese, so he apologized to everybody for what his country did. So I think that was pretty cool. So this is what you're going to see in the non-Japanese shrine.
Best of the situation. I think the water mountain.
One of these fortifications is the engineering marvel that is Malinta Tunnel. This bomb-proof storage facility was built from 1922 to 1932. It has a main tunnel that runs over 800 feet with several lateral tunnels branching out on each side. When war broke out in the Pacific, some of the lateral tunnels were turned into a 1,000-bed hospital facility. My thoughts on this Corregidor tour is that if you love history or if you're a history buff, this tour is definitely for you. A single day tour is not enough. There are a lot of places to see. But what I don't like is a time limit to every stop. It is so quick. I don't have time to read every monument. They really run a tight schedule. So if you really want to fully enjoy the tour, I suggest you spend the night or spend an extra money to join their extra activities. So guys, that's about it. Thank you for watching the videos. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace!
How do we end up here tonight? Just a shot of tequila, you started moolah, Selena, we moving side to side. Ariana style, girl.